Do you guys want to chat for a little bit about life and homeschooling, of course, motherhood in this transition, and even a little bit as to like looking ahead to the next homeschool year, right? We're rolling into 2024, 2025 homeschool year. I want to talk about curriculum, maybe also throw in a little bitty unboxing because I do have something like that. I'm currently doing laundry in my living room because temporarily my laundry room is in my living room. See that right there? Laundry. It's a Friday. My boys are mowing lawns, so I'm getting some things done here around the house. Actually, I want to share with you guys something really super quick because we're talking about cleaning and laundry. Look at this. Refillable laundry wash, softening rinse, and Oxy Boost. If you have never heard of the truly free laundry care home cleaning products before, I highly, highly recommend you test them out if you're wanting to get something that is non-toxic, that is good for your family, that smells delicious. I've tried a lot of natural laundry detergents, and a lot of them smell delicious when you go to wash your laundry, but after you're done washing, there's no scent. We like clothes after we wash them that smell clean still, and so that's why I love Truly Free. I do have a code down in the description box down below. There's a link, and the code Simply Living will actually save you an additional 30% off your purchase. So you get anywhere from 30 to 70% off. Things are coming. We closed on our house, the sale of our house yesterday. So it is official. We now can start working on all the things here in this house. And I haven't done an update with you guys for a while. I kind of just have been focusing on things here at home. I think I shared with you guys that I was trying to get grass growing in the backyard. I'm going to do a whole backyard transformation thing with you because we ended up putting in underground sprinklers. I've never had underground sprinklers in my adult life, and so pretty excited about that. But I'm going to come sit. Otherwise, I'm going to keep just walking around because I walk and talk and move all the things with my hands. So I'm going to get comfy, and we're going to talk about homeschooling. I want to show you some things that I got for the coming year, kind of my vision for the upcoming homeschool year, because I'll be homeschooling a junior, a freshman, and a sixth grader. And I've kind of got some thoughts on a few things, so I just want to talk about it. I have been working outside, so I have, little to no makeup on. So coming in here, super professional. I'd love to do a whole video on that too, because you guys, through this whole house process, like, what the Lord has taught me through all of this and how he has changed me through all of this, you have no idea how much of a perfectionist I was unknowingly, like how much pressure and like unnecessary, ridiculous pressure I was putting on myself every single day. All things considered, let's take a few minutes and talk about homeschooling, shall we? I am really, really hoping, my washer. Guys, I don't think I can talk through that. I think I'm going to have to go lift the lid because I don't think I can do this. I'm not going to be able to focus. It is bath towels anyway, so we'll just let them soak a little extra. As I said, just a quick house update really quick. Last time I think I met you guys here on YouTube, we had the sliding glass door. We took that out. We now have the one door, the one window. This window will be non-existent. It will match the other. And transformations. All kinds of transformations to come. I did get the countertops ordered for the kitchen, so that's where our time and focus and attention is going to be. The kitchen, and then of course the yard, because we have sprinklers. Sprinkler system that we have put in ourselves. My husband has designed it, laid it all out. We rented a trencher and have been working on that for the last good solid week. Actually, we started on Mother's Day. Oddly enough, we started it Mother's Day, and so we've been working at getting that done. Hopefully this weekend we'll finish it all up, and then I'll have a video for you guys, kind of sharing that backyard transformation. And hopefully, prayerfully, some beautiful little grass babies will come up, because I planted it once already and we really struggled with this soil. So I rototilled it all and hoping that that does the trick. So in regard to homeschooling, we are still working through math. I think we have about 3 weeks left of math. You will see many families doing many different things through the summer months. Some families continue to homeschool, like do lessons through the summer. Some cut everything off. For me, I don't know what we're doing. We're going to finish math. We're going to complete it because that's what we do. Math is one thing that we do complete every year. We do work all the way through the end. Other books, I'm a little bit more lenient on, I would say. I don't necessarily care to finish every single page in every book. If you've been here a while, you know that I've been sharing on YouTube for 5.5 years now. That's insane to believe that there's 5.5 years of homeschooling and homemaking content on this channel, like mainly homeschooling. And as my kids are getting older, really, I'm like, what is coming? You will see that I don't share day in the life videos anymore because my kids are older and they want their privacy, which I totally respect. And I just don't, that's just not it for me. I know a lot of you love that, but that's just not where my heart is sharing a day in our life homeschooling, because I feel like, actually, I don't feel this way. It's true. Every single day is totally different. And so me carrying around a camera and capturing those moments is actually utterly stressful. It is so stressful. My kids want no part of it. They can't focus if I have a camera in their face. So there will be no more day in the life homeschooling videos on my channel. So if that's what brought you here, I'm sorry, but I hope that through what I do share, you can still get some encouragement and maybe some fun little things that you can implement in your home, in your homeschool for your family, and just merely encouragement. That's why I'm here. So I did share some day in the life videos back in the day, but that's not it for me anymore, guys. So I hope you know and understand that. And I might share like some vlog style things here and there, but not homeschooling. So it's a whole nother element of chaos that gets added to the whole morning if I'm trying to film something. Like when your kids are young and they don't really have an opinion and don't really know what you're doing, that's all great, grand, and wonderful. But when they get older, they're just like, Mom, what are you doing? Mom, did you just film yourself doing that? Like, raising teenagers and them watching you is actually really crazy. There's times that they're just like, what are you doing? And you guys, I was actually walking on the back end of our property the other day, and there's gravel everywhere. I was walking on the back end, and I have the Marco Polo app. That's where you can like FaceTime friends, whatever. It's like FaceTime, but it's not, I'm talking to the camera, but I'm not like looking at it, right? And I actually fell. I was one of those people that you see the memes of that people make fun of that are like looking at their phone and they run into a pole. Well, I was not looking at my phone, but I was looking at the goats because we have the goats here now. I was looking around, looking at all the things while I had my phone like this, and I stepped in a giant hole in the backyard and cut up my leg. And my son, my middle child, was like, Mom, what are you doing? What happened? Like, he came to check on me and see what was going on, and it hurt. It was painful. I'm like, I just fell in that stupid hole. Like, we need to fill that in. Somebody's going to get hurt. And he's like, well, Mom, I think as long as people are watching where they're going, I think that it probably will be okay. Oh, it made me giggle so much. I wish I could have recorded him. But truly, like, teenagers, boys are just like, they don't understand this whole Instagram. My kids don't have social media. I hope they never have social media. They don't have social media, and they don't, I think, watch my videos. Like, they don't, that's just not our thing, right? So I'm here for all you mamas and sharing all you mamas and sharing with all of you mamas, and hopefully, regardless of what I'm sharing, that there's something encouraging for you here, whether it be homeschool curriculum content or house renovation and update type stuff, because a lot of that is coming your way too. So I'm grateful that you're here. That's a super long intro. Back to what I was talking about is just kind of the content you can expect, but looking forward to our next homeschool year and my mindset and kind of where I'm at. This last year of our life was chaos. It looked nothing like what I thought it would look like. If I told you this was the first year that in our home, we did the bare minimum to get through, that is the absolute truth. Believe me when I tell you that. My oldest has a job, so he continued working through all this. But we were fixing up our other house to sell it. Then a lot of other stuff unfolded, and we were in charge of a lot of other things that we did not even foresee having to be in charge of. And then on top of that, an opportunity to move. God opened some doors for us to move into this home, which also is a complete project in itself. You can imagine what homeschooling has looked like. And it has been the bare minimum this year compared to any single other year in our homeschool. We did not complete a single unit study at home, not one. Keep in mind, we are at a homeschool co-op. So we did meet for the full year. We made it for both semesters at our local homeschool co-op that we attend. And we have for years. We've taken time off when it just wasn't the right season for our family. But it's crazy. It's been an absolute insane year. And I look back on it and I'm like, wow, thank you, Lord, for sustaining us, for bringing us through. I'm looking ahead to this next coming year. I'm excited for what is new and fresh in me. Even something as simple as reading books with my kids. We had zero time to read chapter books. We literally were just waking up and getting through, moving through the next thing. And I can't say really a time in my life other than in high school when I really was in that crazy of a hard place, a different place, and really needing just God's grace and understanding what that is and what that even looks like and what that even means in a situation where you're giving your all, you're doing all you can in a situation, you're showing up the best you can and asking him, please God, multiply this and bless it, right? Like I'm doing the best I can. We're getting through math, like I said, Denison for my older two boys, teaching textbooks for my youngest. That's what we've used this last year. I'm really excited for my upcoming 6th grader because I have some potential changes with things for him that I'm not going to share yet. I'll share them when I do like a curriculum video, like a curriculum week or something. I don't know what I'm going to do or how I'm going to do it. I'm not there yet. But I do know a few things that we will be doing and using. But like I was saying, getting back to chapter books, to sitting and reading the Bible together, I have missed that so much. So I'm on the hunt for good books for boys. I'm not talking like Lord of the Rings or like any of those. Like I want good books for boys. If you have any recommendations, books that your boys loved, leave them down below because I am all ears. I'm soaking up all that kind of content because I'm so excited to get back to reading. What I also was going through this last year, and this isn't all about me, like keep that in mind. This is not about me. This is what God has done this last year in our life and where he's brought our family to and where we are at now. But there was like a little bit of a lot of an adjustment period for me because my oldest started working full time and he's now working 4 10-hour days in the summer and then mows lawns on Fridays. So huge stripping away of time that we got to spend with him. But a lot of that was the things we were doing together. I struggled because he's home, but everything I loved doing, unit studies, reading aloud, like we didn't have time to do any of that. And so I have so desperately missed that. And I cannot wait for this next homeschool year. And not that I have to wait for the homeschool year, but I do for my oldest because he's going to be working all summer long because that's what he wants to do. And so it's going to look different, but I'm finally at a place where I've accepted unit studies will look different in our home because my oldest will probably be working and that's okay. It's okay because he's loving it and he is thriving. He is in his element. It's wonderful. He's doing so great. And we are so grateful for this opportunity. He will also be starting courses through a local college, trade school for his apprenticeship, for like his electrical apprenticeship course. So we're going to start that in the fall too. So that's going to look very different. So finding in me that realization that it's going to look different and finally accepting it, that it will look different and being okay with that. It's almost like, I don't know. It's like a weird grieving thing. I don't know how to explain it. Moms who have done it, you already know. You know what I'm talking about. And no, I don't think we have to give up all the things we love or the unit studies or anything like that. This is obviously so different for every single home and every single family. That's why for my family, my 16-year-old, yeah, he wants to work. So we're letting him work. He's been working since he was 14 and a half because he was ready. Now my middle child, who is 14 and a half, is ready for a job. Mom, I want to work. I want to work. And I am not going to snuff out that drive and desire to go work for nothing. So we will find time, right? we'll find time. We'll make time for the things that we love and the things that we enjoy. But come school time, the normal school year, we have time carved out in our day for unit studies and for reading. So we will do that with my oldest, all 3 boys. I'll have all 3 boys to do that with. Unit studies and things that I love that I've missed. We didn't do any of them in home this last year. That is unheard of for me. You know that. I live and thrive in unit studies. Unit studies bring me such excitement and life in our homeschool. Textbook, I went back, guys, and I tried doing textbook. I have a textbook sitting right behind me, right there. You see it, that textbook right there. I just can't. It's all I can do to pick that stinking thing up and read it to my boys. And I'm like, I'm getting lost in this too. So how can I expect them to enjoy and retain anything when I'm bored? And I'm like, what did I just read? I don't even understand what I just read. And I get tired of listening to myself, for crying out loud. So why in the world would they find that even remotely interesting if even I can't get through it? So I'm so looking forward to this next year, and we will be adding in unit studies, and I will share all of that with you. But this last year, we couldn't. It was all that we had and could do truly just to do the bare minimum, the necessities, co-op homework. And we got some really good solid classes in. We had anatomy and physiology. We had speech, all with labs. These had labs. We had, what else did they have? Anatomy and physiology, speech, and there was something else in there, and I can't remember what that other class was. I wish my boys were here so I could ask them. It'll probably come to me. Anatomy and physiology, speech. I don't remember. Anyway, my youngest had all of his fun, super fun elective courses, and that was awesome. This coming year, we will have a CAD cutting course, like laser 3D imaging type stuff. It's going to be insane. Personal finance through Dave Ramsey, and also Spanish for 2 of my boys, which I don't even really necessarily care about Spanish, just going to be honest. Like, it's not one that I would struggle to try and make sure my kids got. I took Spanish for 2 years in high school, and I don't remember a thing about it. I don't. It just wasn't something that stuck for me, and I don't use it every day. But they say we have to take it. Okay, so depending on what you want to do later in life, I get it. I can see where it would be helpful, and I can see where it would be definitely an asset. A lot of really cool things coming up. But one thing I want to focus on, besides bringing back read alouds with my family, books for boys, leave them down below. If you didn't hear me before, leave your book recommendations, like read aloud book recommendations. I'm considering going back to like Farmer Boy and starting with that whole thing again, because we read part of it early on, but then we just let it go. But I'm looking forward to that again. And I've even got them back into reading their own chapter books for them, just reading for them. And they've actually kind of accepted it, and they read in the morning before they even get out of bed, which I love. So looking ahead to next year, we're talking more unit studies. We're talking more fun reading, breathing back life into our homeschool that this last year was just kind of crumbs, just gonna say. Breathing more life back into that. Thank you, Jesus. So more books, more unit studies, fun nature learning type stuff, nothing crazy and over the top, but just what's just right for our family. That's what we're looking forward to. That's my plan. That's my thought. That's my vision. Doesn't mean it's going to stay that way, because I could tell you I probably had something similar for last year, and look how last year went. Nothing I would have thought or planned or even like known was going to happened, and everything was just like tipped upside down. So obviously we can make plans all we want. The Lord will direct our steps, right? He is the author and creator, and you just have no idea what each day is going to bring. But what I do want to focus on going into next year is very important for me. But I do want to focus on next year. Let me try and get comfy right here again. I do want to focus on time management. So I had this like realization that given my oldest is going to be doing a college course, he's going to be doing co-op, and he'll have some pretty hard courses that will also have homework. Plus, we'll be doing our stuff here at home. Plus, he will be working. We're going to need some time managing, like figuring out how to manage our time, because then the weekends come and he's like, hey, my friends want me to go fishing. Hey, I want to go do this with this friend. Or, hey, okay, well, that's great. But if we're not managing our time well, then those opportunities are going to have to be passed up on, because you have to get done what you have to get done. That's just the way it is. We don't do things halfway. So we're going to do it. We're going to do it all the way, right? Well, what I found, I decided I'm going to take that theory and use it with all 3 of my boys. I might not be a crazy planner. Okay. I reverse record keep. I don't have a list that I wake up to every day that tells me in homeschooling today, you're going to do this, 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 this. I reverse record keep. I've talked about it a million times on my channel. You can catch older videos all about it. However, managing time. We time block our schedule with our homeschool. So we know from the time we wake up in the morning until about noon, I have all 3 of my boys with me. So we can do all the things that we want to do together. What I did get them were planners. These are from Not Consumed. Not Consumed Ministries. They each have their own planner. It's far above and beyond just a planner, let me say. I also purchased this homeschool planner for myself because the organized homeschool planner from Not Consumed Ministries. I'll leave a link down below. Check it out. It's so worth it. I've even designed and created my own planners. You guys know that. Some of you have purchased from me. It's very simple, very basic. This is a different theory, a different mindset. I love it so much. And then I also purchased another Bible study because I want to start implementing these again when all 3 of my boys are here. This one is the Do Right study, a biblical study on battling temptation. Hello, teenagers. I think this is perfect. So those are some things that I'm looking forward to doing with my kids next year. Learning how to manage time, goals, finances, which they will be doing some of that at co-op, but just a lot of really cool, solid life skill type things with bringing back the unit studies. That's what I'm looking ahead to. I cannot wait. I'm so excited for the upcoming year. I want to start all of this now, but that's not the time. Like, let's run this race for this year. Let's complete this race and then we'll move on to next, right? So that's what I want to share with you today. Very simple, just an update on life and everything going on around here and a few little resources that I picked up from Not Consumed Ministries. Again, I'll link them down below if you want to see a flip through of this stuff. That's not something I can do necessarily right now, but feel free to check them out. They have so many awesome resources for homeschool families, even Bible studies. Maybe you don't homeschool. If you don't, I don't know why you're still here this far into today's video. So even Bible studies that you can do with your kids, with your whole family. They're super awesome. So many different levels, like from like pre-K, kindergarten, all the way up through high school. So check them out if you're interested. They are linked down below. And that is everything I have for you in today's video. Thank you for joining me for all the fun, and we'll see you next time. Bye.